Hello, and welcome to the Family Enrollment and Information session for KIPP St. Louis High School. I'd first like to introduce you to the school leadership team. Ms. Simmons and Ms. Newald are the founding co-school leaders of KIPP St. Louis High School. Ms. Pendleton and Ms. Chartier are assistant school leaders. You can expect to hear from any one of us about the progress of your student. During this session, we're going to talk about promotion requirements, expectations and how they lead to success, and we're going to talk about the commitment to meeting the expectations of our school. We want all of our students to lead choice-filled lives. Every student at KIPP St. Louis High School is prepared to go to college. Our goal is to send your student to and through college. Our schools create the college culture to ensure your students go to and through college in 2023. Your student will be going away to college in just 4 short years. Where there are KIPP high schools in every city across the country, there are 4 times more college graduates out of KIPP high schools than out of traditional public schools. But to get these results, we have different expectations. And so what are some of these different standards that are in place that helps KIPP get these great results for our students? One of the things that KIPP requires are promotion requirements. Some of these are required by the state of Missouri, and some of these are extra requirements because you want to prepare your students to go to and through college. The first 3 on this list are required by the state of Missouri. Students must pass all classes to be promoted to the next grade. You need 6 credits to become a 10th grader, 12 credits to become an 11th grader, and 18 credits to be a senior. Students must meet all behavior requirements and they must attend school every day. There's a minimum number of minutes that students must be in class in the state of Missouri in order to receive their credits. Additionally, at KIPP St. Louis High School, we want all students to participate in enrichment activities that make them happy, and we want them to complete community service hours to give back to our city of St. Louis. As I shared, KIPP St. Louis High School is a college prep school. All of our classes are preparing students for the rigor of college classes and building the skills that they need. We start preparing students for the ACT beginning in 9th grade. The way that the students are going to have to read, the types of questions they can expect to see on the ACT, they'll be getting to be exposed to them throughout 9th, 10th, and 11th grade year. Homework. One of the things that's dramatically different about college and about high school is that in college you spend very little time in class, but you're responsible for a lot on your own. And so one of the things that we do in high school is build homework habits because that leads to success in college. Your student will have reading homework every day, and your student will have math homework every day. We like to say that a KIPP St. Louis High School student can anticipate an average of 2 hours of homework each night. However, most students say that it isn't on an average of an hour. It might only be 2 hours if it's a long weekend or an ongoing long-term project. Summer homework. Right now, your student is taking a reading and math placement test so we can build the best schedule possible for them. After they get their reading score, they will select a book from the 4 listed here to read over the summer. Additionally, they will complete some math practice problems. The math practice problems, you may notice, are middle school math problems. The reason why we do this is because certain questions on the ACT are actual middle school questions, and we want to make sure your students are refreshed and prepared for those problems and keeping sharp over the summer. All summer homework is due on August 19th, and it does count for a test grade. Discipline and expectations. KIPP St. Louis High School believes in being fair and predictable for students. With that said, every classroom and every space in the school uses the same behavior management system. We have a merit and demerit system. Demerits are corrections. For example, if you call out an answer and interrupt, that would be 1 demerit for calling out. Merits are things that students get for going above and beyond. For example, if a student erases a problem and tries it 3 times, they would get +4 for absolute determination. Merits can cancel demerits. So if your student has a rough morning and they earn merits in the afternoon, it makes up for that rough start to the day. At the end of the day, if a student has 4 demerits, then they end up in detention. So what is detention? We want our students to learn from their mistakes and grow as individuals. In detention, it is a silent space where students complete a reflection, they help out around the school, and they make plans for the next day, so how they can solve their problems differently and better. At KIPP St. Louis High School, we believe in having a joyous environment, and we celebrate our students as much as we possibly can. We give out heart awards for students doing the right thing when they think nobody's looking. Heart stands for honor, excellence, absolute determination, respect, and teamwork. We're constantly giving out school swag and surprise events. We have community meeting shout-outs, pep rallies, field trips throughout the year, and an end-of-year college trip that takes students around the state of Missouri, and this upcoming year to farther distances to explore what college is going to be the best fit for them. Being at school is a privilege. KIPP St. Louis High School reserves the right to suspend a child from school for violent, disruptive, and defiant behavior. Bus expectations. A large part of our budget goes to transportation because we believe in making sure your student has safe transportation to and from school. With that said, the same behavior expectations that apply during the school day apply on the bus. The school bus is a privilege. KIPP St. Louis High School reserves the right to suspend a child from the bus for inappropriate and/or unsafe behavior. The reality is that if a student is not meeting behavior expectations, it puts our bus contract in danger and it puts other students' safety at risk. Uniform policy. KIPP St. Louis High School students are required to wear the polo, which is pictured here, or a button-down blue Oxford, which is pictured in your folder. Students are also required to wear khaki bottoms. The khaki bottoms are not items that you have to purchase through KIPP St. Louis High School. We have found that families have found better deals on their own. Shorts are not allowed at KIPP St. Louis High School. Students must wear a black or brown belt, black or brown dress shoes, or solid black sneakers. Many students choose to keep their belt and their shoes in their locker and wear their tennis shoes to and from school. That is fine with us as long as students are in full dress before they go to first period. When scholars are out of uniform, they do not go to class. We have a few items on loan when circumstances arise that students need support. However, if a student is out of uniform, you will receive a phone call. They will lose points from their total points bank that could earn them dress down later in the week, and they will be missing an autumn class until we can get them into the proper uniform. Arrival is each day between 7 and 7:15. Dismissal Monday through Thursday is at 3:15, and dismissal on Fridays at 1:30. We track attendance, and we must report attendance to the state of Missouri. We call daily for any unexcused absences. If a student has 10 unexcused absences, we are required to report to Family Services. If a student has 20 absences, this is classified as truancy, and students under the age of 16 will be assigned a DJO. Please take a minute to save this number in your phone or to take a picture of this screen. 314-241-1030 is the number for the school. If your student is going to be out for some reason, or if you need to have your questions answered, this is the number that you can call. In high school, we strongly encourage you to schedule your students' appointments if needed, Friday afternoons during the early dismissal or on days when students are off school. Additionally, if a student does have to miss class time, please try to minimize the amount of class that they're missing. Have them schedule the appointment in the morning and get the student here for the afternoon, and vice versa. The less classes they miss, the more successful they will be. 100% of KIPP students receive free breakfast and lunch each day. Enrichment. This is something I mentioned previously, but this is something we believe all KIPP St. Louis High School students should do. Being a teenager is hard, or so they think so, and we want to have something in their life that brings them joy. So this could be something that your student might already be doing. They might be involved at your church or at the Boys and Girls Club. They can also get involved in numerous activities at KIPP St. Louis High School. We have a marching band, a dance team, a step team, student government, theater, several different sports, a chess club. There's something for everyone, and we want our students to find something that brings them joy. And as an added perk, this is something they can also list on their college applications. At KIPP St. Louis High School, we believe in giving back to our community. All KIPP St. Louis High School students are required to complete 50 hours of community service before they graduate. The hours listed here are the recommended breakdown for how students should complete those hours. There's a community service bulletin board in the school, and there are several school-sponsored events that students can participate in to earn these community service hours. Additionally, if your student is already completing community service, then if a student brings in a signed letter with the hours listed, they can be credited for those hours as well. We communicate with families a lot. There is a parent and student portal where you can log in to check grades. We send bi-weekly progress reports home. They come out on neon green paper. The first one that you can expect will be August 22nd. We send text messages, calls, and emails. We have parent-teacher conferences, and we also have parent group meetings. You can always reach out if you have a question at that number we named previously. Important dates. August 7th is new student orientation. Students will be in class from 7 to 1:30 this day and are expected to be in full uniform. Changing high schools or starting high school can be a scary time, and we have found that this day helps all students be successful to learn the building, receive their lockers, and be prepared for the first day of school. The first day of school this year is Monday, August 12th. This is different than St. Louis Public Schools, which is Tuesday, August 13th, so please keep this in mind. Monday, August 12th is the first day of school. Please note that all ninth grade applicants must have completed 8th grade in order to enroll into the ninth grade. All 10th grade applicants must have earned 6 credits and be entering their 3rd semester of high school at the end of the 2018-2019 school year. If you have any questions at this time, please reach out to the KIPP St. Louis High School staff member that you are with. Thank you.